Okay, welcome back, everybody. Make sure my audio's working. Looks like we're doing okay. It's a little bit late today, so we're gonna run a little late, but that's okay. We don't have too many suggestions this afternoon, so we're gonna try to just get through what we can. So, welcome back. It is Friday. It's Friday now. I'm doing the viewer suggestion. I've lost part of my pen, but whatever. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. The weather's been weird, but not too bad. Let's do some sketchy sketches, and then we'll get into it. Yeah. Start off with our traditional rugby. Ooh, this is very far from a traditional rugby. I hope everybody had a good week. Let me know how you're doing, how your games are going. Pokemon Avatar, welcome in. How are you today? Just going to do a quick warm-up sketch here before we get into the viewer suggestions. Oh lordy, this is a strange rugby. What are your thoughts on the new Lupin species? Oh, actually, well, what did that come out in? Because I know there's the D&D. I didn't think they added dogs, did they? Pathfinder has like the Shunies and stuff, and I really like them. I've made a video about them in the past. Yeah, what is that from? I'll need to look into this. I know one of the suggestions today was Ravenloft. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. No, I'll have to look into that more. I remember hearing something about that, but I have not actually seen it. So, I'm totally fine with dog creatures in D&D, especially werewolf-based ones. I think that's a lot of fun. I've done a video about lots of different were creatures. I did a were shark video talking about that, which translates to werewolves. And then we also did the Shuni video, which you can go check out if you want, which is about the little, I think they're pugs. I want to say they're pugs, but from Pathfinder people, or pug people. Yeah, so I'm very much okay with it. I really like the idea of scent-based perception. I use that a lot for my games, if the characters are like cat folk or dog folk. Even if they're any kind of animal, I usually give them a better sense of smell than anything else, but there are stats for that, which I appreciate. And I think that can really change your game. One of the suggestions today is a golden retriever paladin, so that'll be fun to draw. I've done that a few times. The doggo paladins are great. I also think there's two types of were creatures. There's like the curse kind, which need to be left as a curse, and then there's the class kind where you have control over it, which would do like a blood hunter or barbarian. Works really well for that. New Ruben Leaf has a fear howl effect that I think is really cool. That's neat. I like that. That's a good addition. I know, what was that? They gave kobolds, what was it? Like the draconic shout that gives people fear. Which is okay. But, yeah, having that on a wolf creature is pretty cool. Zombie werewolf warlock sounds super dope. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Could you be undead and a werewolf? Some books I think would say so. But if you're undead, you should be immune to disease and curse. Well, are you immune to curses if you're undead? Maybe not. Is lycanthropy a curse or a disease? That's the question. Golden Retriever Paladin is one of the only paladins I trust, honestly. Lawful good shit really fucks up my religious trauma responses. Yep. I would say Golden Retriever Paladin would probably be true neutral or true good, because they're just good boys. The only thing that could tempt them away from the light is maybe like a dead fish to roll in or something. Stop playing in the trash. Dalcor and I had a pretty long conversation yesterday about the game design. Because Dalcor doesn't like that there's fantasy elements in our sci-fi game. To which I said, but it's a sci-fi game about magic. And so I need to make more sci-fi themed things to go in the game. So I need to make an entire race of robots, and I think they're going to be mostly wizards. But I got to figure that out. So I'll be drawing more robots lately and soon coming up, which would be great. But I do have a lot of commissions as well, so we'll see where that goes. Do robots need 5 fingers? That's a good question. Maybe not. There's no requirement for superfluous fingers, unless you need magic shapes to cast your spells. I have to redesign the wizard anyway, because it's too much like Vivi. Zombie wizard sounds like just a lich. There is a difference. There is a slight difference. So a lich is a very specific type of undead, whereas a zombie is an attachment to anything. So you could have a zombie wizard. That would be very fine. Just like you could have a zombie barbarian or a zombie ranger. Whereas a lich, you could have a how do I say this? A lich wizard. That would be the better way to describe it. And most liches are wizards. Well, the boy's gone bananas. Okay, there's my wizard for the day. There's my rugby for the day. I think I'm ready to start doing the viewer suggestion. For those of you who are new, what we do is we put up a community post on Monday. People suggest their characters to draw there. Or people can suggest characters in the chat. And then we put them on a list. We roll the dice. The dice gods decides which one we draw. And we go from there. So that's what we're going to do. That is what we are going to do. You dancing? All right, rolling some dice. Rolling some dice. Oh my gosh, I'm rolling the wrong die. Axe shark companion mount. It's an unspecified species of shark with an axe as a head. If a lich is a lizard folk in life, would the lich wizard lizard? I totally thought that was Atomic saying that, so good job. It would be a, yes, yeah. It would be a lich wizard lizard. Or, actually, I think it would be a lizard lich wizard. A lich lizard witch? Might be better. Yeah. A witch is different, sorry. Got distracted. Shark. Shark with an axe in its head. We can do that. How are you doing, David, by the way? There's that weird shark with the like spiraled teeth. Oh, it's old. It's not alive now. The fossils look like the bottom tooth goes like this. I really want to know what that shark looks like. Like, of all the fossils we found, that one is definitely the weirdest. Looking at face stuff and break my brain again. Ah, good, 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 good. I do love sharks. Sharks are great. Terrifying. It's a good reason not to go in the ocean, but. There's a handful of Final Fantasy XIV characters that are like, or monsters that are like flying sharks. Those are pretty funny. They're just sharks. Just flying land sharks. I find it so weird that YouTube has the whole safe for work reaction when, even though I see all these kinds of not safe for work type of shit all the time, YouTube has some weird double standards. This is true. This is, yeah. Tully Monster is weirder? Which one's the Tully Monster? That sounds familiar.
It's, I'm not sure if it's fresh water or not. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? That sounds familiar.
Pretty good.
I've heard of this before, but I can't place it.
Yeah, it's, I think it's native, or I think it was native to Montana.
Okay.
I'll find an image for you. But it's like, kind of like got the body of a squid, and then its mouth is a crab claw, and it's got eye stalks.
Okay.
Here we go in the live stream. That's the Tully Monster.
Okay. Yep, I've seen that. That is a weird one. Is that real though?
That is real.
All right.
Real fossils. Here's the fossil.
I kind of wonder if some of these fossils are just bad, you know? Like, I assume we found multiples of these.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that the Tully Monster fossils are as common as trilobites, but they are extremely common.
Okay.
Helicoprion, the shark that you were talking about, is really difficult because, like all sharks, they're cartilaginous, and so the only fossil we have is the teeth, right? So we get lots of, well, I'm not going to say lots of, but we get a fair number of spiral patterns of the teeth. So we know enough to know that the teeth actually were in the jaw in a spiral pattern, but we don't really know how it actually looked. We assume it's a shark because it was cartilaginous. But that's pretty much all we got.
It's like, was it in the jaw? Was it sideways? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. That's fine. It would be really cool to be able to time travel to see that kind of stuff, but also, like, I don't know if we would survive that. Going back in time seems like the most dangerous thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
I'll be right back. 1 second. Feel free to draw if you want. Otherwise, I'll be back in 1 minute.
Sure. I think I will today. It was the goal. And I got enough energy for it.
Never mind, I'm back.
Oh, that was fast.
Thought I had to change a diaper, but I did not. Yeah. I don't know what else to do with this shark. I mean, like, that was the prompt. Shark with axe in head. Like, I think I done did it.
Yeah. That is what it looks like. It also kind of looks like a Pokemon.
A little bit. Go, Axe Tark. Or Bladefish. called bladefish. Are sharks fish? Are we counting sharks as fish anymore? I can't remember.
Sharks are cartilaginous fish.
Cartilaginous fish. Specificity. Zombie werewolf drawing, please. Can do. I'll put it on the list for you. I don't even know if that's the first time I've ever drawn one. Alright, evens or odds? I'll tell you what, Pokemon, I'll let you call. Evens or odds? Because there's only 2 left. I thought I had more than this, but apparently not. Let's say... Oh no, I accidentally erased the Golden Retriever Paladin. So I gotta do the Golden Retriever Paladin. But then we'll do evens and odds for the other one. Evens? Okay. Evens it is. So we'll do the Paladin, and then we'll do the Shark, and then we'll do the Wizard. Unless we get more, but that's the current order we'll do. What are you chewing on, kid? I can't see because I'm wearing the wrong glasses. You got a banana. Okay, it's fine. Okay, Golden Retriever Paladin. Golden Retrievers look very specific. I always accidentally draw corgis. Which is close, but slightly different.
Yeah, corgi's got a little bit more wolf in the snoot.
We could, you and I, as DMs of the same groups,
yep.
should make a, is it Borzoi? How do you say that?
Borzoi?
Borzoi, a Borzoi merchant that follows the players around. Just has a super long snoot. Let me do it for you. Bleh. Ooh, dog breath. I just got a visceral memory of dog breath.
I watched, let's see, I was looking through, I sent Corvus an Instagram reel about a post about Baba Yaga, like forever ago, and I spent the morning basically trying to find it again because I lost the creator, and I really wanted to look at her stuff.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's so hard to search.
The worst one is I saw a really funny clip. Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt you there.
No, it's fine. Go for it. I bookmarked in my head what I'm talking about. So
okay.
Go ahead.
I opened up Instagram the other day, and there was a really cool image that I wanted to send to you. I was like, "This is amazing," and then I accidentally hit back instead of. I was trying to scroll. Sorry, I was trying to scroll to click the share button. But I flicked, and so it reloaded the page, and I lost it. Oh no! And I was like, I don't know what it was.
Gone forever.
I was like, which base comic? That's the only thing I could type in, and then couldn't find it. So I was bummed, but I was gonna send that to you and you and a few other people.
Sucks. Yeah, so hard to find this stuff. Anyway, I did finally find it, but the point was specifically in the process of looking through basically every single Instagram link I've sent to Corvus over the last 6 months. I came across one that I think he sent me, or no, I sent it to him. It was just totally random thing of a woman kind of giving a house tour, and it was a reaction to this because she had, it's definitely some sort of sighthound. But it was the creepiest, most eldritch looking thing in the background of one of her videos ever, because it was, sighthounds are just they're all bone and sinew, right?
That's great.
Yeah, and I'm immediately with you bringing up the Borzoi, I'm Borzoi is good, but we need that dog, that monster in the dark, the
I love the there's a guy online. The Mom, it's back again. The weird cat in the backyard. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What is that?
Merv?
Look at this fucking cat. It might be Merv.
Merv is the cat that like basically can talk.
Oh no. Merv's great. Yeah. No.
It doesn't matter.
Let's see if I can find it. Enjoy. I don't know why the link did that weird thing.
Oh my god. Just the thumbnail.
Corvus, welcome in.
Hi.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
That this is Long Island is even funnier. Blink, motherfucker. How are you doing, Corvus?
I'm alright. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. I don't know if you were here for my explanation, but I spent the morning looking through our Discord feed for a specific Instagram reel.
Was it one I sent or?
No, it was
you
one
sent?
I sent. Yeah, I found it eventually, so you don't need to worry about it. But
Okay. I'm struggling with this dog. I gotta head out now. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, no, Hank, thanks for hanging out. I will try to get your stuff drawn. I will get your stuff drawn today. It will be in the Discord, so if you're not part of the Discord, go check that out, and we'll put it in the Discord and draw at the end of the stream.
Link in the doobly-doo.
Link in the doobly-doo. Well, that's loud. Drew, do you want to play your game tomorrow?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't want to start it without Dagon and Jonas, and they won't be there tomorrow.
Okay.
Can you not play tomorrow?
I think we can. I was gonna say, since we couldn't play the next week, you could do yours tomorrow and just start it there. That's fine. Because mine's just cleanup. Like, we could probably do my cleanup tonight if you wanted. Just talking, chatting, figuring out what people are doing.
I suppose after the stream, I could try to get a hold of Dagon, and Dagon's definitely going to be at work. I could try to get a hold of Jonas and see.
Yes, you need a drink? Okay. The boy this morning started just going through all the words he knows.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it was really weird. It was cute and like amazing, but also really weird. That, or he just like his brain just figured out how the word no really works. Because he was like, a car. No, it's a banana. No, it's a car. No, it's, and he started like listing things off like chicken, turkey. I'm like, are you trying to find a word, or are you just like going through the list of all the words you know? Had turtle. That was a new one. I was like, hey, turtle. All right, it's a good word. Brain development. Pretty neat.
Indeed. Not very often you get to see actual like cognitive leaps and bounds being made.
Did I tell you I made a new magic card deck?
No.
I made a new magic card deck. It was my part of my Father's Day present. But anyway,
Does your dad play Magic?
made a new magic card deck, and I was like,
yourself,
I want it to be well. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Anyways, I had a few cards I wanted to try, and I picked a troll commander. I'm like, hell yeah, trolls are great. This is gonna be fun. And I, as a joke, put Wolverine in the deck because he's basically a troll.
Yeah.
It's all about regen.
Regeneration.
And I played a few games, and this troll commander just didn't work. I'm like, this is not working the way I thought it would. This kind of sucks. And then I'm like, I'm gonna try Wolverine, and it's one of the most broken decks I've ever made in my life. And I was like, this is not a good thing. This is a bad thing. I gotta figure something out.
That's very funny.
Wolverine, too powerful. Too powerful.
As a commander or just in general?
As a commander, yeah.
Okay.
He
You can try Sabretooth.
is it? Ooh, what color is Sabretooth? I didn't think about that.
I don't know.
I'll have to look.
I don't even know. Like, I don't know if Sabretooth also has the healing factor he's supposed to have.
Apparently, they're coming out with a new Squirrel Girl card, so I got to get that for my Squirrel deck.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. One of her abilities is called I love squirrels. It's just like, yep, there you go.
Thematically appropriate.
Another one is called Do You Like Squirrels, which I think is funny because it's there's an old unglued card, which for those of you who don't know what unglued cards are, they're kind of jokes. Like, they're really only meant to be played in that set.
Yep.
And if you take them out of the set, they're pretty broken and stupid. So there's lots of like friendly bans on them. But what you do is it says, call somebody outside of the game and ask them, do you like squirrels? And if yes, put a 1/1 squirrel into play.
That's funny.
And I love that card because it's fun. Hold on, I gotta text somebody.
You need my phone number for that so that you can text me anytime. I will always say yes.
Yes? Question mark?
You like squirrels? Yes.
Tree rats.
They perform really important ecological functions. Most species.
Stealing birdseed from bird feeders is an ecological function.
I mean, yes,
You shouldn't be feeding the
absolutely.
birds.
Birds
Birds need competition.
They're like some of the most effective seed scatterers. They also plant a great deal of tree nuts, which means that they are vital for pretty much all forests in which squirrels naturally reside, which is pretty much all forests on the planet. And that they wherever they are, they plant. Or they are the primary I don't know about the primary. They are an extremely important function for planting new saplings.
Nice.
Also, no species of oak that, most of the common species of oak rely exclusively on squirrels to spread a type of fungus that lives in the squirrel's digestive tract. White oaks and red oaks in the United States, I know for sure, cannot live past about, I think it's 4 years, it might be 2 years, unless a squirrel comes and shits at their roots.
Interesting.
Because they cannot mature past a certain point without this specific fungus that they have evolved a dependency upon. So yeah, squirrels are very important.
Quick thing, Jared.
Yep.
I knew a lot of this. I was just making a joke about squirrels constantly getting bird feeders.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to chat.
There's something that I love and dread that I want to talk about right now, and that's the ecological destruction of bees.
Yep.
I hate it. I hate that that's a thing. The thing I love about it is there's always pictures of like people in China who have a bee scarcity going around and like manually pollinating plants.
Mm-hmm.
And now I was just imagining the same thing but with squirrel poop.
With squirrels.
Yeah. Someone dressed up as a squirrel just running around like pooping on plants. It's great. If we destroy them, we got to replace it.
Yep. The problem is that there are some things that you can't replace.
Yeah.
And what it would be functionally is you wouldn't have people running around shitting on
They would just be putting them
on young oak trees. You'd have to literally graft soil samples from a healthy mature oak to young oak saplings in order to spread the mycelial net.
Mushrooms scare me.
Everything scares you, Rook.
That's because I have a healthy understanding of things that are dangerous.
And an irrational existential dread of things that are irrelevant to your life.
Like horses? What are we talking about?
The horses, the ocean.
I live next to the ocean.
Everybody who's not scared of the ocean is a fool.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Rabbits.
This is not a thalassophobia thing.
I live closer to rabbits than, well, pretty much anything else. There's rabbits in my backyard.
Dang.
Yeah.
Not in our backyard, in our front yard, in our garden. That they surprisingly have not messed with anything in the garden yet.
I hate it when I'm out for a walk and like I see the bunnies and I go, look, a bunny, and the boys like, yay, bunnies, right? Like I'm not running from them.
Yep.
But their little beady eyes and they just stare at you and you're like, I'm not gonna mess with you. There's always a chance that they're just like, you know what? Screw millions of years of evolution. I'm gonna eat that guy's face. And I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. You get one shot.
You are significantly larger.
You get one shot to punt the bunny, and then it bites you in the nuts. Like it's the same thing with squirrels. You should be scared of squirrels.
I don't have trees around my house, so at least not nut-bearing trees.
On a serious note, though, I used to have to go to the summer camp, and they had black squirrels there. And these are the biggest squirrels I've ever seen. And they did not give a shit. They would just like walk into your cabin, chitter at you, and then steal your shit and walk away. It's like, awesome. Awesome. 5 out of 5 stars. Like, let's keep going to this camp. and I hated it.
Yeah, that's basically every rodent in every like camp setting ever. Bears in Yellowstone are the same. Like they have learned people are, or they've basically been taught that people are not a threat, and bring some really tasty shit with them wherever they go.
I've chased off bears. I've fed squirrels, chipmunks. I like chipmunks. Chipmunks are chill.
Chipmunks are nicer than squirrels.
I've been bitten by rats. Tiny rodent bites are not fun.
No.
It's a weird combination of pinching and hurting. Not a fan. Cat bites are pretty nasty though. Like, if you've
That's
ever
why
been...
I refuse to let a cat lick me. Because, like, feels like they're just, like, one step away from biting me. I'm like, no, screw you.
If you've ever actually been attacked by a cat, like, it's terrifying. Like, dog bites are pretty nasty too. But, like, dog bites suck. But, like, when a cat wants to kill you, whoo! Oh boy.
I think the difference for me is dogs will have to intentionally like be super aggressive to like hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damage wise, the dog
Cats
bite is worse.
do not.
Right? The cat has a much smaller chance of killing you than a dog
Yes.
does. But like cats, when they get pissed off and you get like inadvertently in between a cat fight, like they bite and stab and claw and scratch and rake 50 times before you realize what the hell's going on. It's like a blender goes up your leg. It's
Yeah.
super...
There's a bloody stump.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I've never
I
had
have
a
this,
problem
like-
with the D&D wizards can be killed by a cat. Yeah, of course they can.
There's a...
I think the thing, like, it's probably a little bit irrational, but yeah, I do not like when cats try to like start licking me. It's like, no, stop it, because I know you're gonna bite me.
There is a lick bite mentality that many cats have,
Yep.
which is a sign of like,
Like, oh, you taste good, crunch. I'm like, stop it.
The cat bites are just like, there's affectionate biting and then there's aggressive biting, and it's
Yeah, and then
a
there's
very...
I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, it's a very subtle difference for cats. Like like I remember with Skip Cat, like there was always, I could see it in his face when he was just like, I'm gonna fucking bite you, and it's like, oh no. like there's a shift. It was like, hey,
As
don't...
biggest saucers, and just like, yep.
Yeah, like he's like,
Dinner
I
time.
don't want you to pet me. Don't pet me. And I'm like, are you sure? And he's just like, I'm gonna fucking destroy you. And it's like, okay. And then I'm like, I'm gonna back out of the room slowly. I'm gonna walk out of here. He was an ornery cat. But... Or the worst one was like, if he was sleeping on the bed and I like bumped him with my foot, he would just go to fucking town on your foot. It was weird. It was weird.
I rather have dogs.
Yeah.
Or pet fish.
I would rather have cats because cats are significantly less vulnerable to snakes, and I live in rattlesnake country.
I've had many cats that eat snakes, like are able to catch them and stuff. Pretty neat. It's weird. It's weird to think about that stuff of like the physical limitations of snake real fast, cat slightly faster.
Yep.
Especially with like mongooses and stuff. It's just like there's a very small chance that a mongoose will ever lose to a snake. It's like, huh. Weird.
And as mongooses especially, because with mustelids in general just have better livers than anybody else, I think, because they're resistant to all sorts of poisons and venoms.
I think
Mongooses, mustelids?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're related to weasels and martens. They're old world, not new world. So not American mink and American river otter, but European badger and honey badger?
Yep.
Let's see, mongooses are Indian subcontinent?
Africa, India, or Africa, Asia.
Okay, yeah.
I think you're wrong. I don't mean to be like pedantic, but they're not mustelids.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're not?
What are mongooses?
No.
Does that mean that they're related to meerkats?
Yes, exactly.
Huh.
Oh.
They are. Herpestia?
Herpestidae. Yeah.
So they're rats?
No. Meerkats
Well, no, but like, so meerkat,
is not a rodent.
not a rodent. Okay. Are they closer to rodents than they are to badger or to muscelids?
No, because they're in the carnivore family.
Okay.
So closer to cats and
Closer
dogs.
to cats, yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. I feel like
And
everything,
mustelids.
all the tiny fuzzy things are cats, rats, or dogs. And then you have otters and bears are like the size. So like all of the mustelids.
Oh, they have goat eyes. That's creepy.
Meerkats
They
do?
have square pupils?
Yeah.
Weird, yeah. I didn't know that.
Mongooses.
Mongooses are weird.
Is it mongooses or mongoose?
I think it's gooses.
Look at all those mongoose. It's mongoose.
Oh shit, they do have square pupils. That's creepy. And that is a vibrant orange iris. Holy shit.
Wow.
That is cadmium orange.
All right, there's the doggo paladin. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm losing my mind. I keep losing the things. Zombie werewolf. Okay, zombie werewolf. Then wizard. I hope Atomic shows up because I need clarification with this one. It was a little. I remember we talked about it on Wednesday, but I don't remember exactly what he wanted. Because it's a wizard robot that has ghost pets. Can't remember exactly what that was about.
Oh yeah, no, I can't remember that either.
Undead werewolf. Here we go.
Corvus is still on the mongoose.
Mongoose kick.
Red. That's fine.
Do you remember the Rikki Tikki Tavi movie that they made us watch in elementary school all the time?
I never
No.
actually watched
I read
that.
a shortened version of it though.
Okay. That was like if we had to bring a TV into the classroom for some reason, that was the movie we watched. I don't know why. It might have been the only movie that my school owned. The first time I watched it, I was really scared, but the second time I watched it, I was like, wait, they literally bought the damn mongoose to protect the kids against rattlesnakes, and that's all mongooses do. Why were we scared that it was going to lose? I don't know. I don't understand.
Called Rudyard Kipling didn't understand animals.
What did
think
Rudyard
it-
Kipling understand?
Death.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, tragic life. So, mongooses, or mongoose, are in a larger family related to hyenas and foosas.
Okay.
So, they're in that weird liminal space of carnivores.
Cat dogs.
The one where naturalists debated for what centuries until about where they fit taxonomically, up until what, 15 years ago when genomic sequencing technology became readily available.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I like when that came out. They were like, it's gonna take hundreds of years to fully map the. Now it's like it's done.
Yep.
It's done. We got it.
Turns out it didn't take that long.
No, turns out it didn't take that long. There is a Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about this sometimes. Like there's no reason to send generational ships to other galaxies. Because by the time that they get there, at the speed at which we can send them, we will probably have figured out how to get there faster.
Yeah.
So we might just like halfway through those person's trips be like, hey, we got it, we're good. And so it's like
There's also no point in terraforming other planets before we
terraform our own.
Before we stabilize our own.
Yeah, people stop trying to lead the world.
Well, we should absolutely be exploring other planets, but not as a escape mechanism. Fix our shit.
Which is what everyone thinks of it as. So,
and by everyone, you mean Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And every rich person in tech, bro.
Yeah.
You mean billionaires who are like, oh, you know what? We've just about despoiled this world. Why don't we start looking for the next payday? Yeah. That's what I think it really is. And like,
40
honestly,
minutes.
every single day, the Vault Tech feels more and more like the future we're running towards.
It took us 40 minutes to get
Star
to
Trek.
CEO rampage.
Sorry.
I don't know how healthy that is for us, but it's a thing we do every time.
Yep. It's kind of a big thing in our lives currently.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Anyway, we can move on from it faster this time.
Dalcor and I were talking about it yesterday. It's like it happens in my real life too. Don't worry about it. But he put a name to something that I've heard before and I like, and I'm trying to remember what it is. It's like Harkin's Razor.
Occam's Razor?
That's what I said to him yesterday. But no, it's different. Never attribute to malice something that can be attributed to ignorance or stupidity.
Yep. I've heard that.
And
the place where I'm at though is that it's getting harder and harder to attribute the things that are happening due to the choices made by the people in charge to anything other than malice.
You don't need to yell, please. Hanlon's Razor. It's Hanlon's Razor. Yeah, never attribute something to malice which can be adequately explained by stupidity. And so it's like, and we were talking about just like being mad at the world and people in general, and it's like that's fair. So like as much as we want to like complain and bitch about all the horrible shit that people are doing, like they're either A, selfish and not thinking about other people, so like they're just lacking empathy, or they are doing something very short-sightedly because they don't realize the ramifications of it. And so very few people are doing it to be mean and be shitty, I hope. Like that's the hope, is like people are generally good and they're not trying to be hurtful, they're just dumb. They just aren't fully realizing the consequences of their actions. And so we need a way to kind of like kick that into people's minds of like, hey, you realize this is what you're actually saying or what you're actually doing. And
that is where I'm at in terms of my judgment of capitalism. I don't think capitalism is inherently malicious. I think that it is a system that is set up to treat people as resources, and we're suffering the consequences of that. But like, I don't think it's malicious. I don't think I don't think it necessarily says we have to put people down. I think it puts people down because it puts money above people. If that makes sense.
Yeah. It's a scary
And that's
world.
just the world we live in. Also, I've kind of had this conversation with a couple of people, but mostly with my brother about a lot of the stories that we tell. Because I talk with my brother a fair amount about Warhammer because he plays Warhammer. A lot of the stories, like the worlds and the stories we tell, are not really altruistic. We don't like invest much thought in ideas of utopia anymore.
There was
I wonder what that specifically.
Tyson was talking about that with movies. I listen to a lot of Star Talk. Sorry, that's why I bring up Neil deGrasse Tyson again. And he was saying that there was a shift in sci-fi from oh my goodness. From like the future being a utopia, like Star Trek. And it shifted to the future is full of like AI and terror, right? And dystopian like Terminator stuff. And and he said that shift happened in like the 80s and 90s where we started going from idealized futures to dystopian futures. And he thinks that just kind of shifted the narrative of how we think about technology and how we think about kind of advancement in the future.
Deep Space Nine. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine is a good example of that, right? Like,
and I don't think any of those like cautionary tales are bad. I think it's really good that we have all of that. Like watch out for the mad scientist. Dr. Jekyll is a good cautionary tale. Frankenstein is a good cautionary tale, but we do have a tendency to maybe take the wrong lessons, or retellings maybe twist things in weird ways.
Two or three of the most insidious
different lessons
places that are companies that are out right now are Palantir, which if you know anything about the Palantirs, they're bad. Like they were beautiful things created in Tolkien's universe as essentially like means of telecommunication to spread ideas, i.e. the internet, and it was corrupted and used horribly and eventually led to almost the destruction of Numenor itself as well as almost the world, right? And now we have a company called Palantir that specializes in basically scrubbing the internet for people's personal information, which is super dystopian. So it's like, nice. Every time some tech bro's like, hey, I really like this, we should call our company Skynet, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what is wrong? So like it's...
You didn't learn the lesson.
Nope. A lot of people don't learn the lesson. Well, there's a great XKCD comic, I think it's XKCD, where they're like, it's the billionaire tech people watching movies being like, hey, we remember that thing from that movie? We finally built the robot death machines from Don't Build the Robot Death Machines movie. Like, yes. Like, it couldn't be more opaque, and it's just like, it's just people. Once again, like, are they being malicious or are they just stupid? And it's terrifying that there are so many stupid people in power. That's the problem. So.
Before stream, I watched. I'm gonna look up her name because it was brilliant, or it was brilliantly researched. It was a brilliantly researched piece, but she was talking about Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay.
Betty Rage is the YouTube channel, but she told, she was talking about there's a huge amount of historical context that modern people don't get to learn about, pretty much.
Okay.
And in terms of Hollywood adaptations of the stories of Dracula, they basically all fall flat because they adopt all of the motifs and like the atmosphere, but miss all of the history and context.
They make it all about the sexiness of Dracula, and it's like that's not the point.
Yeah.
That's not the point at all.
Yeah. Anyway, but she talks about, let's see, the idea that Bram Stoker based anything off of like a loose kind of retelling or biography of Vlad the Impaler is defunct.
Okay.
It is provably incorrect. He did learn a little bit about Vlad, and he took the name Dracula, but that was like from a single geographical pamphlet. But anyway, none of that really matters. The interesting stuff is that Bram Stoker was writing about stuff that is happening within the British Empire at the time that the book was published. Specifically, they're just coming out of the Great Irish Potato Famine.
Yep.
Famine, and
plague.
It's the 60th Jubilee of Queen Victoria, I believe, which is when the British Empire is basically at its peak of power, but the cracks are showing.
Okay.
And so she talks about how Bram Stoker, who's Irish, and coming out of the Irish Potato Famine, is writing. Basically, there are 3 threats to the British Empire, or things that the British people would recognize as threats. And they are exemplified in the 2 main women in the story, and in Vlad Tepes, in Count Dracula himself, as he comes into the country. And they are basically the woman who has desire but not discipline, as evidenced by the woman I'm gonna forget character names. The woman who gets changed into a vampire and that they kill.
Okay.
Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy. Lucy is a woman who feels a great deal and is, kind of lovely because of her femininity, but she is like basically seen as a sexual character, and potentially a liberated character, and women who. Anyway, the impropriety of her is basically a threat, and the consequence of her impropriety is that she is not strong enough to resist the pull of Dracula and gets turned. The second threat is in the other female character, Orvis?
Mina,
thank you. Mina is described as having the brain of a woman. She is intelligent, and she basically sets up.
Sorry, that's a weird way to word that.
Yeah, no, it is, right? But that is, I believe that's Van Helsing. That's a quote from Van Helsing himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because her and Van Helsing solved the problems the entire book.
Yeah.
They're the real heroes.
Yeah.
Not so the cowboys.
No, the cowboys, they muck everything up.
Yeah. She's the one who is able to, as soon as Dracula starts trying to prey on her, she's the one who is smart enough and strong enough to recognize what's happening. She's the one who is able to basically weaponize Dracula's pull in order to figure out where he is. She basically is the brains of the whole outfit, and nothing can happen without her. But the men, like, at some point, the men realize that she is basically take all of the information that she has given them, and they follow the plans and start making progress. And then they cut her out of the story completely. And she basically becomes entirely subservient to all of the men. So she is a threat in that she is intelligent. And she stops being a threat the moment she gives in to the men. And the third threat is the immigrant, the intelligent immigrant, the one who knows enough to be able to speak English, who is wealthy enough to move in high English society, and can insert their own, I guess, power into British society.
So
and this one is kind of like, this is the thing that most, like, the thing that is actually horrifying to Victorian sensibilities is that what if the people, all of the immigrants who are coming in, are especially the wealthy immigrants who are moving into neighborhoods close to the palace. What if everything that the British the British Empire has done to all of the other countries that they've done, going in, conquering, and inserting their own ideas while destroying the native cultures? What if the immigrants do that to the British people? And that's where the horror lies.
Sounds like all the scary things certain people in modern day America are afraid of.
That's exactly what I was thinking, and I think that's probably why Betty Rage is probably talking about this in the middle of summer instead of near Halloween. But yeah, so it's like all of that context is like really important for the actual horror of and setting of Dracula. And I don't know, Hollywood adaptations never get it. I've talked for too long now.
I think one of my favorite quirky things about Dracula is, one, he has way more weird, quirky powers than the movies ever give him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Two, when it was written, it's when blood transfusions were first becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And so, but they didn't understand the difference between blood types. So that's why Lucy is getting blood transfusions daily by, like, everyone.
Yeah, from 4 different men.
I was like,
yeah.
like, that's not probably helpful.
When I read this, I was also like, okay, we know enough now that to, gonna have to suspend some disbelief here.
Something I always thought was really funny is if you go back and read the original Sherlock Holmes books, Sherlock's deduction in newer media is just wild and outlandish. It's I know where this dirt's from.
Borderline supernatural.
But the original Sherlock Holmes books is here's some deductive reasoning that literally a second grader nowadays would know. And it's that is weird to me. Just the assumption that the average person of the day wouldn't know those things blows my mind. That's how far we've come. And so it's I'm public schools are important.
They are, and the quality of funding and teaching rubrics is also really important. Things that we need to make sure that we monitor.
Malice. That's what we were talking about. We're talking about Malice. Okay, I think I'm done with this bad boy. Atomic did not show up, so I'm going to try to draw Atomic's thing here the best I can. A wizard that infiltrates settlements by exchanging the souls of his pets with the merchants he abducts. That's all I have. So I don't know what that means. I believe it was a cyberpunk type thing, if I remember right. So I'm gonna
I
try
think
to.
so. Yeah, I remember reading something about that in chat as well.
So we're just gonna go with robot ranger.
Wizard.
Wizard. I need to draw robot wizards anyway, so we'll get around to it here.
Robots.
This shillelagh is on the wrong plane.
I'll be right back. Sorry, 1 second.
That's better. I'm glad I finally know what a shillelagh is.
Did you not know what a shillelagh was?
No, I did not.
It's a club, basically.
Yeah. Well, a club / cane.
Yeah. Well, it became a cane once they made the club illegal in Ireland. The British, I mean.
Yeah.
So they turned them into walking sticks. Then pour lead into the knob.
Yeah. God, I love the Irish.
Like, maybe a little too political and slightly too religious, but like, the British like made it illegal for the Irish to have like crosses.
Yeah, well, it's because the British are shitty people. Well, sorry.
I'm just like,
not necessarily.
it's just like, oh, you can't have a crucifix, you can't have rosaries, you can't have anything.
Yeah.
And just like, that's so weird.
I need to amend my statement. British are not necessarily shitty people.
The English
more
are.
than Americans are necessarily shitty people. There are a great number of shitty people among them, so it's easy to generalize, but not all of them are necessarily.
All the Tories are shitty people.
The British government has historically been filled with shitty people.
Yep. On a very, 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 very different note.
Yes, please.
RuneQuest.
Yeah.
So, in RuneQuest, you don't have classes. I mean, you have occupations, but like your main like driving thing for like character stuff is the cult that you're initiated in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading one of them. So they have elves in RuneQuest, but they're not like elves. They're plant people.
Okay.
Like born from trees. Some of them have to like reproduce with dryads, which are sort of like their cousins. Not biological, species cousins.
Yeah. So like polar bears and grizzly bears.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Kodiaks and the far northerners have to share a little bit of genetic material.
Yep. And they have this mother goddess. I don't know exactly how to pronounce her name, but she's like a forest goddess, and humans or non-elves can be initiates. But if they wish to like go higher in the cult, they have to go through this process where after doing all these mechanical skill checks and doing something for the Council of Elders, which describes as a deed unspeakable to their species. Like, to the initiate species, not the elves.
Right.
So, the deed is always criminal in every human sense, so that could be anything.
Yep.
And
I can't tell if you're talking about Scientology or joining a gang.
I'm talking about joining an elf cult.
Okay. So yes.
in RuneQuest. So once you've done that, they take you to a grove and nail you to a tree
Oh, nice.
with copper spikes.
Odin style, I like it.
What'd you say, Rook?
I said Odin style, I like it.
Yeah. Well, it gets crazier. They then will take knives and like remove the bones from your limbs and remove your innards, replace your limbs with sticks and branches, and pack you full of soil and seeds and other stuff that they do to you, and then they will cut a notch or split into the tree, which then splits open and swallows your mangled corpse because you're dead at this point.
Right.
I was gonna say it sounds like we're
And a
just
few
turning
days
into a
later,
scarecrow.
you're cracked out of a seed as an elf.
Yeah. Reborn.
Yep.
Neat.
I was like, crazy. This is insane.
Can we?
When I was reading, I was like, this sounds like Swamp Thing.
Can I get a quick explanation of what RuneScape is again?
It's not RuneScape. RuneQuest.
RuneQuest again.
It's a tabletop RPG game.
Is it old? Like, is it new? Old?
Yeah, it's like almost 50 years old.
Okay. Okay.
I recently found out, as in like yesterday, old RuneScape. So not RuneScape. Damn it.
Sorry.
RuneQuest.
RuneScape is the one I know.
RuneScape is a computer game.
Yes.
That's also like 20 years old.
Probably based off of RuneQuest.
No, I think it's just two separate things.
No, I just mean like if they didn't steal the name on that, I wouldn't be surprised if they did steal the name. Go ahead, continue.
But basically, like there have been several like games for the setting. So there's like HeroQuest, if you're familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So HeroQuest and RuneQuest, same setting.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Okay, neat,
Different games,
Different
same
games.
setting. Yep.
dope.
And
Yeah.
in the past, they weren't doing Chaosium was not doing much with the game, so they're just putting out like essentially mythology books for the setting. And it wasn't until like this new guy, been like for about maybe 15 years or so, decided to actually like make the game playable. And that's how we get RuneQuest.
Okay.
Because basically before it was just like books on like information. Like it was nice to read, but nothing was ever like none of it was ever playable information. And so like the current game is like your focus is on this one region called the Dragon Pass, and basically that's it. It's a big region, not big. It's a sizable enough region where you can basically do a little bit of everything in, and we can focus all our attention on that. I was like, okay.
Yep.
But before that, it was kind of just all over the place. Also, in this world, the world is flat.
Discworld.
The world is flat, and there's water underneath it.
In the Discworld series, there are certain scholars that are terrified of the Great Coupling, where they worry that their universe, which is riding on the back of a turtle, will eventually bump into another turtle, and cosmic
don't
fuckery
know.
will
Don't chicken
happen
wow.
and kill everybody.
It's hilarious.
Pretty
Do
great.
they know the sex of the cosmic turtle they're riding? Are they going to be on the one getting mounted, or the one being on the one?
At the
being
beginning of the
mounted?
book, they don't, and that's up for much debate. And that they're, I think the so spoilers, the main characters eventually steal this ship that I'm about to talk about, but the ship that they were sending, I think, was designed to go over the edge and discover the sex of the turtle. So I think canonically that's part of the story. But I don't know if they ever actually figured it out. The Discworld books are, I think, worth the read, but they're hard to read because it's kind of hyper fantasy.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, like, the words are just complete jumbles of made up things, and they don't always explain it. And I think intentionally so. Obfuscation is part of the writing.
Obfuscation is a big part of all writing, actually.
Yeah.
The author's got to control the flow of information.
This is the world map for Glorantha, which is the setting for RuneQuest.
I have seen this before.
The world is literally floating in a cosmic ocean, and it's a square block. It is. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's also duck people. They're just called the ducks.
Did you get the thing I sent you this morning?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it Howard the Duck?
I guess I can send that to Drew.
No, it's just geese.
How to properly deal with the world around you as if you were a goose.
I thought the way all geese properly deal with the world around them is just to be fucking angry at everyone and everything.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here. I'll just send it to the
Cool.
chat, and you can watch it and just discuss it right now.
Sounds good. Corvus, that really is just a giant duck.
Yeah. So there are beast people in the world, and the ducks are a group of them. So are centaurs, minotaurs. You have dwarves who have gunpowder technology, but they keep it hidden from the world.
Yep.
The dwarves are also the only people who can work iron, because this is a Bronze Age setting.
Yep.
Elves and trolls both can't touch iron because it's poisonous to them.
So like vampire and silver rules.
Yeah. Trolls don't have regeneration like they do in some fancy settings.
Bullshit.
Well, I mean,
Why
Tolkien
would-
doesn't have it either.
Actually, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna look
It's
that up.
consistent in Skyrim.
Makes sense
Why-
because they're fey. Yeah.
Warhammer. Not Warhammer.
Easy to scream.
D&D.
Hello, what's going on? Just your average user. Not a lot. We're doing the viewer suggestion. I'm on the last one here, unless we get any more. I am about ready to call it, but if you have a suggestion, we might be able to squeeze it in. I'm drawing a robot wizard. I'm talking about. I was gonna say RuneScape again. RuneQuest.
RuneQuest.
Now that I can relate it to HeroQuest, I'll have that in my head, so that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. That'll be helpful. Yeah.
Kid, you gotta stop stepping on stuff. I gotta give this kid some like weird shit to stand on. It's the only way I can describe it. Like rough mats or something. I have a off-topic question.
Okay.
Sure.
If you are a robot, a sentient robot, is a screw an intimate thing or a mundane thing?
Oh, I think a screw is a mundane thing.
Like, dang it, I lost the screw again. Hold on. Got to put it back in. Or is it like... Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it feels like it's a very small personal item that like you have to keep track of. So is it closer to like a wedding ring or like a denture?
I think it's closer to fingernails.
Okay. Shit, my face fell off.
Because you're gonna have to, because you're gonna have to constantly like
fiddle with them.
A robot, especially one that moves, is going to constantly have to be rechecking things, and connectors are going to be the thing that they have to recheck.
Okay.
And that means that they're going to like every 2 weeks, instead of taking fingernail clippers to whatever needs to get clipped, they're going to take a screwdriver and go over all of their systems to make sure that that everything is pressured correctly.
So it's a pampered thing that is maintained. I like that idea. That would make sense if they had like really fancy screws to like as a status symbol instead of earrings.
Yeah. The more like the more intricate and clockwork they are, the more likely they are to go to
a tuner,
a robot spa.
Yeah, a robot spa. That's exactly what I was thinking. A manicurist.
I'm trying to think of the term for someone who works on clockworks, and it's just escaping me. It's not an antiquarian.
A horologist.
Yes. Because they about have to. Either that or find a artificer in town.
Yeah, think of it as maintenance, or maybe you think of them more as teeth.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, that's what I was saying, like dentures, right? It's like it's like it is something that you can take out, and you have to just maintain the screws, or keep extra with you. You have your denture paste with you, whatever it is.
Man, I can't wait until the technology is available for us to regrow our teeth.
5 years.
Me too.
I've got a couple that need to be replaced.
They want to get the
garbage.
patent should be, or not the patent. They want to get to commercial use by 2030 is what I read yesterday.
Nice.
Okay. I could wait that long.
Sure.
The question is, how expensive is it going to be?
Yeah.
I'll sell a kidney.
Sell a kidney for your teeth.
I could live with that one. Yeah. Be able to like eat food in comfort. What other weird things
powered by
I
magic. I think in my universe, I would say that most robots are powered by just the core energy that the more I think about this game and the more I make it, like Final Fantasy just had a good system. I've had 20 years to play with it and like 15 iterations. Some of them are pretty good. So energy you suck out of the planet.
I now wonder,
good.
Are there robots in your Pathfinder setting?
Mine?
Yeah.
I haven't played around with it, so no. Could there be? Yes. Is there? No.
Not yet.
Not yet. But
until a player asks.
Yeah. There's no. This part of the world does not have an active robotic population. But Finney has like homunculi. That's pretty normal. I've had a few people with robotic pets, so like it exists. I'm not gonna stop you from making it exist, but I don't have any characters for it.
Yeah.
No, I was just curious.
I mean, Clang is kind of a robot.
I forgot about Clang.
Yeah.
I figure Clang has to be powered by some sort of arcane nonsense, like a mana skimmer, something that collects ambient magic and powers, or I don't know, some sort of mana stone. I don't really like the idea of like mana heartstones. You harvest you harvest a magical stone out of the heart of a magical beast. But it is that is a thing from like Japanese magic systems that would kind of work.
What is it from
I think
Escaflowne? Dragon Hearts?
Yeah.
I know with the automatons, the player ancestry, they have a crystalline sphere core, which is which contains the soul of like the person that you ancient crazy magic scientists had to rip out of someone's body and put it in a machine.
I like the Protoss model. When you die, they capture your soul and they put it in a jug, and then you can attach that jug to different things like robot legs or a spaceship. You just put it in. My body is gone, but I'm still connected to the stuff. It's great. Uh-oh, did you turn off the TV? You turned it off though. Yeah, you shouldn't have fiddled with the remote.
Oh yeah. Another weird thing I found out about Ring Quest. There are tapir people.
Okay.
And they're weird.
I'm surprised there aren't tapir people in Pathfinder, if I'm honest.
Why? Tapirs are
I think the closest you can get is probably the Kashrishi, the tiny rhino people.
Yeah. And they are kind of specifically why I find it surprising. Because Pathfinder does some weird shit. And there are tapir yokai that would be kind of fun and interesting to adapt.
Okay, go sit down. Go sit down.
Also, you can play as a baboon.
A baboon?
Just a sapient baboon.
GG, welcome in.
All of the tattoo work that I've been doing on this satyr is off camera. Sorry, guys.
Fortunately, I think I will be ridiculously expensive to see other dental work right now. Yeah. I'm trying to work on my own series. I'm just reading and consuming other medias to find inspiration. Yeah, there's a whole lot of, like... I'm trying to do a sci-fi fantasy thing, so, like, all magic is powered by energy. Which is just more science than magic. But at that point, it's... magic is magic, and it doesn't matter. So... if it can power a spaceship, it can power a robot, which can power a spell. It's all magic. It doesn't matter.
I think I remember this quote from Centaur someone shared from about humans in the setting. Centaurs do not trust humans because they're too new to be natural.
Wait, centaurs are people? Which ones are too new?
Centaurs do not like humans because they're too new. So the humans are too new.
Okay.
To be natural. I was like, that's funny.
I agree. That's very funny.
The Mantar.
So centaurs kind of steer away from humans.
That reminds me of the one game where the professor put the spirit of the turtle into a robot body. I mean, that's so many things. I don't actually know which one you're talking about. But yeah, that's essentially what it is, right? Like, I think that's...
What do they do to Waddles in Gravity Falls?
Which time?
Did he put his mind in something else, or...
No, they found a mushroom that would make you smarter, and then Waddles ate all of it. So he became hyper intelligent for an episode.
God Waddles.
I forgot about that episode.
And then they made a machine that would make him hyper intelligent, and he chose not to do it because being dumb and hanging out with Mabel was what really made him happy. Yummy, yummy potatoes for my pig tummy.
Waddles.
I don't generally like pigs, but Waddles is probably the cutest porcine character that has ever graced media.
Waddles is just a bunch of beans.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I can readily admit that. I like Waddles even if I don't generally care for pigs.
Waddles.
Oh god, what's that little kid's
Little
the
Gideon?
southern kid? Gideon.
Little Gideon.
Little Gideon.
Little old me.
I've always, like, once I saw him, I was like, I kind of want to make a D&D character that's, like, based on...
Oh.
A tiny child cult leader. You could do it.
Little Gideon was such a well-conceived villain.
Mm-hmm. He had qualms with every character. Like, that was the best part, is that he was just like...
Yeah.
He was a really good villain.
Edward. Or... God. I know I'm misremembering everything about it, but yeah, I remember seeing the scene where he summons
Pfeiffer? Bill?
Yeah. And just like, that's horrifying. I would probably just died right there and then.
Yep.
Some cosmic entity the shape of a equilateral triangle just rips out a deer's teeth, puts it back. It's like, nope. Checking out of reality.
The universe is a simulation, reality is a lie, buy gold. That's all you gotta remember. I love Bill as a antagonist.
Yeah,
because
and
he's
as an eldritch entity.
Yeah, like he has a set of rules that he has to follow, and like he wants to defeat the main characters of the story, but like he doesn't go at it the way a human would, and so like the interactions feel weird, but naturally weird. Like they don't feel like they're a forced thing. Yeah.
I love the episode where Bill gets into Dipper's body and is like torturing him. He's like, oh, pain, this is a really
just slamming his hand in the drawer.
Yeah. Whoa, that arm just broke. You mortals are so fragile. And just laughing about it. So like that's such a really good eldritch deity sort of imagining of that. I really respect it. The writers knew what they were doing.
And it all takes place in Rook's neck of the woods.
I mean, it's Oregon. I don't trust people from Oregon, but it's fine. It's the same.
Washington. It's the same thing for us East Coasters.
It's like it's the same rainforest, so it's fine. Hey,
all the Pacific Northwest to me.
You don't need to scream.
I hope it doesn't offend anybody. I don't know enough to know any different.
It's just one state. Just combine the two. They're fine. Like the Dakotas, it's just one Dakota.
So there's Vancouver, and then on the other side of the river there is Portland. Do not go to Portland. You want to go to Vancouver? Fine. Don't go to Portland. That's all I'm gonna say.
Which Vancouver is like where they make all the video games at?
That's Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little farther north.
Yeah, in Canada.
But only just a little.
Yeah, only a little.
Yeah.
You could drive between the both of them in a day. Just has not while possessing him.
It's crazy that there's just two cities in the same general area.
Yeah, within 500 miles of each other.
I have a guy who gets possessed by a demon, and she has to remind herself to breathe while in his body. Okay, that's pretty funny. I've had a few character tropes like that. Like Punky Doodles did a good one of like what is it? Manual breathing as a spell.
Yep.
Just like, oh crap. That's kind of fun. Like there's some animes that do that kind of thing too, where it's like, okay, when I'm possessing you, I literally can't do anything, so I like that idea.
I need to think about that more because coming up, there's more and more chance that I am going to end up having to step in for Inagi.
There's
Nagi's possessed.
Yeah, Inagi loses herself if she goes down. She comes back up, but I'm in charge of her.
there have been a handful of media, like in movies and stuff, when someone will mind control someone else. And the thing that I always really love to think about but haven't really explored is that, like, this person is concentrating on the spell. So are they really controlling this person? Or are you just, like, autonomously concentrating on the spell? Like, there's a level of having to do two things. And, like, I think Dresden talks about it a little bit at one point, where it's like you basically have to get to the point where casting and control and maintaining the spell is muscle memory. Yeah. Like, you're just chanting or focusing on something so hard that you can let your mind wander and do the other thing, which I think is really cool.
Kind of reminds me of something in Jujutsu Kaisen. So it's only in the manga right now. It'll be in the anime in probably 10 years. Towards the end, they're fighting the big bad, who has two arms. And there's this barrier spell which requires you to have one of your hands together in a certain hand sign to keep it up. He can just do it naturally and still have two arms. So, like, how do we get rid of the other two arms? To prevent him from putting that stupid barrier up. That kind of just reminds me of, like, being able to concentrate on two spells while fighting.
I really like that with Naruto did the opposite way, where every time you make a shadow clone, each one is technically its own entity.
Yeah.
And they have their own consciousness, and then when one of them dies, that consciousness goes back into the main entity. And that's just a completely different way to look at that, right? It's not that you're controlling all these different versions of yourself. It's that you're making versions of yourself that are autonomous, which I dig.
Yeah. Which is, like, why it was, like, forbidden, which I think people kind of forget.
Mouth, kid.
It was
spit it out.
It was a forbidden jutsu in the village because, like, everyone could make a clone, except for Naruto in the beginning. But it's just, like, an illusion.
I watched a cool video about this. I watched a cool video about this the other day. So apparently the forbidden jutsus are forbidden not because they're, like, illegal or bad. They're forbidden because for normal users, using them would kill you. So, like, so, like, Kakashi, because Kakashi can make, like, 3 or 4 clones of himself. And that's fine. But, like, Naruto is one of the only people, because of his chakra amount, that allows him to make hundreds, right? Like, he can make quite a few. But that would normally...
he's basically siphoning chakra off the nine-tailed fox to make
because the shadow
clones.
The shadow clones, this is where they also talked about this. When you make a shadow clone, it does divide your chakra up in half. Like, it splits it. So then every time you make one, eventually it gets to the point where you don't have enough to maintain your own life and you die. But with Naruto, like, even having 1% of his base chakra is more than enough. And so that was the explanation. And I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of forbidden things not being, like, Doctor Strange, the same thing. Like, oh, these are the forbidden books. It's like, oh, because they're, reality warping. It's like, no, it's just like they're very dangerous and most people should never ever touch these. It's like, okay, cool.
Yep.
So information isn't
That's
necessarily...
like how most, like, esoteric stuff operates.
Yeah.
So, like Tibetan Buddhism is a closed practice for most people. You have to be initiated into it. And same with technically Zen, but Zen's dumb about it. But with Tibetan Buddhism, a lot of it has to do with, like, you're essentially doing a lot of rituals and special types of meditation to, like, light speed you into enlightenment. But if you do it wrong, it's bad for you. It's like, so they don't let it, the quote-unquote secret techniques, they're not super secret, like, it's just like a veneer of secrecy all it is. But there's a entry barrier that you had to pass to learn them,
Sure.
and you're always doing them with a teacher.
Did you ever watch Lower Decks?
No.
Clips.
It's really funny. It's a good series. I suggest, if you like Star Trek, watch Lower Decks. One of the characters' name is Tendi, and she's just super nice and tries to get everybody to like her all the time.
Yeah.
And there's a guy that doesn't like her. She discovers, and she's like, "I'm gonna figure out why this guy doesn't like me." And like that's her arc for that episode is trying to figure out why this guy doesn't like her and trying to like befriend him. And he is spending his life in Starfleet trying to find enlightenment, and like he's going through all these different things of like different ascendant races that we know from the other series. Like that's kind of the tie-in joke. And towards the end, she finds out that he's just full of shit, and is only doing it just to be cool. And they eventually become friends. Yeah. And in the process of doing that, he finds enlightenment and gets sucked into the incorporeal universe. And it's super traumatic and terrifying and eldritch, and it's amazing. And it's a great scene. Why is the koala smiling? And it's so good. And I wish there was more not exploration, but like exploration of like, what does it actually mean to ascend? Like if people are spending their entire lives trying to find enlightenment, to what end? What does that actually look like? Right.
That in Buddhism.
You're trying to go back to nothingness, right?
Yeah, because
empty your mind.
Constantly being reincarnated is like the bad deal.
Right.
Like,
what's the saying? Like, if you meet the Buddha on the street, the best thing to do is to kill him. Or you should set him free by killing him. Something like that.
Yeah, like, if you see the Buddha on the road, kill him. That's a very Zen mentality. Zen's weird. Zen is a weirder type of Buddhism than people give it credit to.
Keith, welcome in. I think I'm done with this wizard, who is summoning a squirrel. I'll put that over here. Keith suggests a human gunslinger fighter with forearms and a jester outfit. I was going to call it because it's 1 o'clock, but I think I can try that. We can bust that out real quick, I think, and then we'll call it for the day. So last one. Last call. Why a jester outfit? Why a jester?
Why not?
I don't know. Well, it's a human with 4 arms, so like that's pretty unique. Why the jester outfit? Was he a jester first and then got 4 arms? Is he a juggler? Does he juggle guns? Not a critique, just curiosity.
Yeah.
Looking for more lore.
There's something going on here, and I want to know what it is.
You don't always have to know.
I just feel like all gunslingers should just be wearing dusters and be cowboys, which is lazy of me. Like, that's the big thing.
A little bit.
Did you ever see Afro Samurai?
No.
Afro Samurai is good too. I really like that series. The main antagonist, which I think it's only a secret for the first like 5 minutes of the anime. He's a gunslinger with 3 arms. They never explain it. You don't talk about it.
Is like the third arm mechanical, or is it just a fleshy arm?
He's just got a third arm. It's really weird. Gun juggler with affinity for draconic gun flourishes. Nice. See, there you go. Now it makes sense. The world for that one is very strange though. Like the Afro Samurai being who he is like the most normal thing you see in that series. Like
I am a little bit weirded out because I had thought that Afro Samurai was a kind of like historical fiction based on the fact that there actually was a black man who
It kind of is. It's just also not. I think they took the name of the character, which is I think Yusuke, which was the name of the. No,
I'm kidding.
Which was the Japanese name given to the historical black retainer of Nobunaga.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think that's the only connection.
Yep. So the premise for the Afro Samurai is that in the world there are, I think, 50 headbands, and the headbands, quote unquote, give you power. And the only way to get a more powerful headband is to first find someone with the headband and kill them, and then challenge the person with the next higher up headband. So, and I believe the main character's dad had the #1 headband, and then the guy with the 3 arms kills him. And so then the whole story is about him kind of trying to find the person wearing the #1 headband. And then the shenanigans that ensue through that, which is a lot. It's really good. It's a really good series. Samuel Jackson was super involved in the production of it. Yeah, it's great. Stylistically great. Story's cool. It's short. I think it's only... I don't think it's... It might be 2 seasons. I think it's 1 season.
I thought it was just a movie.
I'm pretty sure it's a series. Maybe it's... Let me look.
Because I thought it was just like an hour-long movie or something. I could be wrong.
I thought it was a series that ended with a movie.
Okay, so there was a series, and then there was a 5-episode mini-series to follow it up, which I'm pretty sure played as a movie on Cartoon Network.
Probably.
Or wherever it was,
That makes sense and sounds plausible.
It's so good.
How does this work, my son?
Haven't seen it.
The teddy bear samurai dude is burned into my brain. Because
That sounds horrifying. With no context.
I agree.
It's basically rugby, but as a samurai. Teddy bear samurai. Hey, do not chew on that, kid. I think he's getting hungry. I gotta get this going.
Sounds good.
He's just shoving stuff in his mouth.
I think I'm finished with my drawing. I spent the entire time on it, and I'm really happy with it.
Looks good. You gonna start taking commissions soon?
Rook, this is the first thing that I've drawn that I liked in 4 months. Shut your fucking mouth.
I have a backlog. I need help.
Sorry.
I can open up a studio and just start getting commissions and sending them to people. Become a drawing lord, like art lord.
That would be fun.
It would be fun. To just
Especially
have
if
a studio
together our little
There are
enterprise
definitely
would,
times when I hit people give me commissions and I'm like, man, this would be much better if Drew did this. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this right.
I would, yeah.
They seem to like them, so it's
I
not
would
always.
love it if we could manage to make enough money for all of us that I would no longer have to live in Utah.
Yep.
And could see a doctor that would give me the time of day.
There is a reason why I've asked Drew to draw my dwarf character.
Yeah. Drew draws good
I
drawings.
think Drew does beards better.
That's fair too. I don't draw a lot of beards.
I mean, they're very floofy, which is not the style I wanted. So
I'm not a fan of beards. Just like in
Me neither.
general, I don't stare at them. I don't know how to draw them. I don't have a lot of experience with them. All of my uncles, like, growing up, I have like Santa Claus beards. Like that's how they all are. Handful of them have like the Western mustaches, like big old mustaches. But
The handlebars?
yeah. But for the most part, they all have Santa Claus beards.
Oh no. I've done that thing where I said, hey, that one hand in the background, I didn't render it well enough. I'd better tweak some things, and now the whole damn piece is ruined.
I think it looks fine. I think you should just walk away. I think it looks great. But that is 100% a legitimate thing that happens. I totally get you.
It's just finger positions. It's always finger positions. Why are there so many fucking cylinders in a finger? I'm starting to get angry and I'm cussing more.
I had a really good hand reference picture I found. I should have sent it to you. I'm not sure where I put it.
Well, that's fine.
Not for this specific thing, but just like, that's a unique way to draw hands, and I want to share it. I forgot
I
about
don't know
it.
if you find it again, send it my way.
I might have saved it.
I have been meaning to do like a week's long deep dive into reteaching myself how to draw hands because I used to know how to do it. And I've been meaning to do that for about the last 4 years and haven't done it. So if I'm pissed off that I can't draw hands, it's my own fault because I could learn how to do it. I've done it before. But I'm lazy.
I think I might start.
That's better.
So I have like 10 commissions. No, 8 commissions left. Which I hope to get done in 2 or 3 weeks. Which probably won't happen, but like I'm gonna try to push that. And then after that, I want to start digging into the game really hard.
Yeah.
And so I might start trying to expand out of that to you and Sierra and be like, hey, like, I actually want to do this. How do we do this as a group? How do we get it going? So that could be a fun time to actually start taking the time to like teach yourself to do the things you want to do, but by using the game as a backbone.
Yeah.
And I think that would be worthwhile. Worthwhile for content, worthwhile for doing stuff, and then eventually try to make that actually into a game studio. Which is always tough. But I think a game studio is where we're headed.
Fun. That's something I've always wanted to do.
Dalcor's really mad that my wizard has a hat. Not really mad, but that's a hyperbolic statement. But I do need to start actually defining my art style for the game. Like I don't have it. I haven't done it yet, and I need to. So.
Yep.
All right. There is the jester gunslinger. He needs more guns. He needs more guns on his hips. Some bandoliers maybe. Maybe put like a bandolier across here.
I can never remember how to spell shillelagh.
Shillelagh law is all the rage. It's a quote from the Dropkick Murphys, I think. I like that. As an explanation of a row or a fight. Shillelagh law. Drew, you should go watch Afro Samurai, just because like you can watch it with the sound off.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's a beautiful thing. Like the reason I want you to watch it is because of like the art. It's amazing.
Okay.
But it's good. I suggest it with the sound on because the sound is also good. But just checking it out for visual reasons, I think is worthwhile.
I'm in the middle of free run right now.
I like it.
So I can't say I will do it immediately, but I trust your taste. So I will probably watch it eventually.
How do you feel about origami construct race that can shape shift into objects? Paper Mario is good. So, I take that back. Origami King is probably one of the worst Paper Marios. There are a couple I haven't played. So far, Origami King was the worst. I like the concept. The concept's cool. The question is, how do you balance the stats? Because I don't care what you look like. If you're made out of paper, your stats probably aren't going to change. So, Samurai Champloo is really good. Yeah, Samurai Champloo is really good. I think it's made by the same company that did Afro Samurai. But yeah, good stuff. So yeah, if you were to do origami, an origami thing, like Kubo is really good. Kubo is really cool movie, and the basis there is that he can control paper and turn it into things. So that makes a little more sense to me. Whereas like, it's always paper, but you're shifting and changing the shape of it. Not necessarily like turning it into an actual sword, or not actually turning it into, like a wall of paper makes sense, but a boat of paper makes sense. So that kind of stuff. But like, you could paper cut somebody, and that's about it. your damage would probably always be the same. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
That one ninja from Naruto.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Who just uses paper.
Yeah. I can cut you or cover you in paper. Great.
I mean, she makes sharp paper shurikens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Whenever we talk about the potential for origami in D&D, I immediately think of the 1E wondrous item, the
Paper
multiplying origami construct.
Oh, that's different. Okay, I have another one.
Or no, it's sorry, not a construct, but it's I think it is what you're talking about. It's
So there's one called I think it is origami spider or paper spider, and essentially like you fold it into the shape of the spider, and then it bursts into a swarm of spiders after a delay.
That's horrifying.
yeah.
Which I really like that one. I think that's fun. I only ever successfully put one in somebody's pocket, and it was Jump Rope's character, and we fought about it, and we don't talk about it anymore. So there's some baggage to it that I don't use it anymore. But I really like that. I really like that object.
Okay, so it's just called origami swarm.
Okay.
And you fold it into a pest, like a spider, a beetle, or cockroach, or something.
Gotcha.
And there is also an origami familiar.
See, that makes sense. I like that.
Yeah.
But at that point, like, I think the only I don't think there's a problem with it all. Let me put that out there. So as much as I'm pushing back on it, I'm not pushing back on the concept, because I like the concept. What I push back on is like really making sure you define what that means. Because it's my problem with most changeling races, right? It's like, I'm a changeling. I can transform from an orc into a turtle. And it's like, okay, but when you turn into the turtle, are you now a turtle? Like, are you using the stats of the turtle? Are you polymorphing into a dragon? Or do you just look like a dragon? And, like, it doesn't matter which one you choose. You just have to be consistent with it. So it really matters about defining it beforehand and then taking that into the game. Mystique's a great example of that. Like, Mystique can look like anybody, but she doesn't get their powers, versus other X-Men that do actually turn into the people, and it's very different. It's a very different way to have a very different treatment of the character. So that's it. Define those and have fun with it. I think I'm done. Tome of origami animals. That's pretty dope. Okay, I didn't know it was a whole tome. We might have to play with that a little bit.
Yeah. I haven't seen.
I'm reminded of a episode in the reboot of Thundercats where they fight against like origami wizards. Kind of cool. I mean, it wasn't all origami. So like one guy, he has a pair of like scissors. He folds up paper and cuts it into snowflakes.
All right.
And throws it, and they like turn into like ice shuriken.
Nice. I need to rewatch Soul Eater. I was just thinking about that. Sorry, I just
Soul Eater.
Soul Eater, yeah. I randomly
Oh.
thought about that the other day, and I was like, I need to rewatch that. What was the other one? Fire Force? That's the same animation team, right?
I don't know if it's the same animation team. It's the same author.
Okay. Gotcha. Should I watch Fire
They're
Force?
connected. Fire Force is a prequel to Soul Eater.
Nice. All right.
Interesting.
Like 1,000 some years prequel.
What happened to Mako's mom? do we ever know?
Does she even have a mom?
I thought she was still alive.
I don't know. That's why I want to rewatch it. It's like that's a
yeah.
weird thing for me to just not know.
I remember it being implied that she just had other shit to do.
Okay.
And so was never around. I could be completely off base. I don't know. I watched that, what like 10 years ago?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long while. But I like the style. So I might go watch it again. I don't know. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks for the wonderful suggestions today. I will post these. I need to save all these out, so I guess I can do that before I bounce. We will be doing... I'm going to try to finish up a bunch of commissions this week and next week. And with that, I'll probably be making shorts with them. One of them I might actually turn into a long-form video. I'm not sure yet. But if you are not a Patreon member, most of the Patreon rewards this next month, which should be out by the end of the month, are going to be a lot of these commissions. So check those out. If you like them, let me know. If you want stickers and stuff and tokens. I've been posting a lot of the tokens into the Discord, so feel free to check those out. Use those for your home games. Have fun with them. Don't sell them. Uh-oh, I broke the computer. There we go. Robot. I will be trying my best to work on the game in the meantime. It's kind of playable right now. Like, there's a few little bugs. The end bosses aren't spawning.
Oh, no.
We just nerfed one of the characters because Dalco and I discovered that when you select Feather, you could just walk away. You just walk away from the screen. It's like, oops, that's too powerful. So we turned that down a little bit. But yeah, it's playable, and I'm excited, and I want people to play it. So I might start handing out codes for that. But it is still in very early alpha, and I want to start getting the art assets and the sound effects, and that's all going to be stuff that I hopefully can turn into content, like make sound files and stuff one day on stream. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you want the cool stuff for that in the Patreons, you're welcome to do that. Right now, all the Patreon members get the code. That's why I brought that up. Otherwise, we'll start passing them out to normal people here soon. Let me save this shark out. Shark. And yeah, we'll be back next week with another viewer suggestion. I will post that on Monday. Then we'll go from there. I believe... Yeah, I think next week's going to be normal. So nothing too weird. Robot. Rugby. Okay, there we go. That's all I got. Stay happy, stay healthy. Keep your ass on the table. We'll catch everybody next week. Corvus, Drew, thank you for hanging out today.
Sure.
See everybody later. Bye.
Bye.